Anime is one of the most oversaturated types of media. There are thousands of shows being made each year, but they always follow the same few formulas. What's that? You're making a show about an energetic kid who gains a sudden power that nobody else has, going to a school that teaches you how to harness your powers? How original. What's that? You're making a show about a skinny, dark-haired loser who has several women wanting to fuck him? What's that? You're making another isekai anime? Please don't. Enter Mob Psycho. Written by the same man who made One Punch Man, one of the most well-liked anime of all time, and produced by Studio Bones, one of the greatest anime studios of all time. The resulting product is one of the most well-produced animated works ever. Shigeo Kageyama, or Mob, is a normal 8th grade kid. He goes to school clubs, tries to impress his crush, and works to find his place in society. The catch is, he's also an incredibly powerful psychic working as an exorcist for his boss, Reigen Arataka, a man who cons people into believing that he's a psychic for money. The show revolves around both his school life and life as a telekinetic superhero vaporizing spirits and saving lives. Something that makes Mob Psycho pop as a show is how dynamic the characters are. They each deal with their own unique difficulties in different ways, and have some of the most human problems you'll see in anime. Trying to impress your crush, feeling like you're inferior to others, dealing with the stress of losing friends, and feeling like you have no purpose.
What is it you really want to do with your life?
What I want to do? Do I have anything I want to do? Does everyone else have something? Something enjoyable? Something I'm envious of? What are they enjoying? Clubs, hobbies, studying? Now that I think about it, hanging out with girls might be fun.
These are all incredibly common things that many people have to deal with. Unlike being hated because you have a demon inside of you, or having your village destroyed by titans. This gives the show a much more human feel to it. The show itself is a cross between slice of life and a shonen battle anime, which are two genres you'd think would mix about as well as lube and hot sauce. But really, it perfectly mirrors the double life that Mob leads, and also works itself into the art. 90% of the time, the art looks like this. It's not bad by any standard. In fact, it's rather unique when compared to other anime styles. It's just intentionally bland. This is done so that when the supernatural elements are introduced, they feel otherworldly and stand out. And oh boy does the art stand out. In a normal anime, fights look like this. Pretty good, pretty clean. In Mob Psycho, fights look like this. Holy shit! Colors fucking popping out the wazoo, music blaring. There's more frames in this one scene than you'll see in a whole season of 7 Deadly Sins. But that's only the pizzazz. What really elevates this franchise is the relationships between the characters. Mob is a young, naive, nerdy kid, hard set on making himself a better person. Reigen is the more cynical, scheming character, and their bond is the main driving force of the show. You'd think that the character that lies to an 8th grader in order to get him to go along with his shady business plan would be the most hateable, repulsive character in the show. But that's not even close to the truth. Time and time again, Reigen shows that he truly does care about Mob. He teaches him things, gives him genuine advice on how to use his power. He's his mentor, sure, but also his friend.
If I can save them, I don't care what happens to the ones attacking me!
I'm warning you, don't do it. In the end, you're the one who's gonna be suffering. When things go south, it's okay to run away and save yourself!
The side characters all have their own arcs as well. Mob's brother, who seemingly has everything going for him, has to deal with his inferiority complex, born of having a brother who has psychic powers. While Mob doesn't even consider for a second that he might be superior to him. In fact, seeing him as something to look up to because of how popular he is. And then you have Dimple, at first a low-grade enemy, who then slowly and begrudgingly turns into a friend of Mob, serving as the snarky asshole character. You also have Hanazawa, who starts off as an egotistical asshole with a god complex, but then transforms into a genuine and likable dude. None of these characters really feel like a hindrance to the story, but instead serve a very specific message and purpose. This is also one of the only anime I would describe as funny. And I don't use that term goddamn lightly. The humor isn't derived from playing some dumb sound effect and hitting someone on the head so they get a big lump. They actually have setups, punchlines, running jokes. Sure, there's a lot of dumb humor, but it really serves the bizarre and colorful themes of the show.
Now come at me and I'll face you head on! Self-defense rush!
Another one of Reagan's special moves. When it's unclear if it's actually self-defense, he'll yell out self-defense just to be safe.
The main antagonistic force in the show is an organization called Claw, which is full of powerful psychics. Some of them even able to beat the fuck out of Mob. This is because, unlike One Punch Man, this is not a show about being the strongest there is. Mob is powerful, sure, maybe even overpowered, but he's not the strongest. He struggles a lot, mentally, physically. He's nervous, unpopular, he can't even win a race. In many ways, you could even call him weak, which is what makes it so inspiring when he pushes through all that to better himself as a person, constantly improving and constantly growing. For fuck's sake, watch Mob Psycho, and if you've already watched it, watch it a goddamn again.